shines on me.
Thank you again for joining us on Daybreak. My name is Benson Ebo, and we have Alhaji Malam Yusuf Bako with us. Still very much here. I did not allow him to leave. Nice to see you, though. All right. So maybe you share with us how you are enjoying, retirement.
No,
and all of that. Okay. For something a little bit not so pleasant. Last week Thursday was World Cancer Day, and it was a day once again to look at the challenges faced by patients or victims of cancer. Our health institutions, how ready and available are they to ensure that cancer patients get the best care around here, and also a day to work up activities to ensure that we bring all of these discussions to the front burner. We must thank organizations like IRICA, who always every year keeps reminding us that we have to remember some segment of our society, that they are not lost. They must be carried along. Madam Irika is with us in the studio. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, Erico.
Right.
How are you today?
Very fine, very
Good
fine.
morning, too.
All right, maybe you introduce yourself, because we keep calling you Madam Irika, Madam Irika. I'm sure you have some other name other than Madam Irika.
Yes, I'm Roslyn Odiase.
Right,
I'm the initiator. I'm a health facilitator and a community mobilizer.
All right.
I'm so concerned about the health of our people.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And you are here with our big brother. Nice to see you again. Want to introduce yourself?
Well, good morning, brother. Good morning, viewer at home. I am Morobe Victor, the MIA officer to IRECA, and at the same time a lecturer with the Edo State School of Health Technology.
All right, you're welcome. You're really welcome, sir. All right, Malam, again and again, they are here on the show to sensitize people on challenges, HIV, AIDS, cancer, and so on and so forth. So, what we know the day actually was last week. Now that was last week on the
4th of February every year.
Okay.
Since 2000.
Okay, since 2000. All right.
Year.
Okay, so what are the issues around cancer? Is it increasing or decreasing?
Should I? Okay, I don't think it's when you are aware of it.
Yes.
Sometimes I tell people every hour people die of cancer. PC, that is prostate cancer.
Yes.
More than almost 40 men die of prostate cancer every day.
Wow. So
also it's a breast cancer. Like cervical cancer, every hour a woman die of cervical cancer. So cancer every year, according to World Health Organization, over 100,000 diagnosed of cancer. Over 100,000 diagnosed of cancer.
And there are so
in
many
Nigeria.
strains of it. You have prostate cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer.
We have more than 100
throat cancer.
We have more than 100 cancer. We have cancer of the tongue, cancer of the skin. So there are so many cancer. So over 80,000 die of cancer every year.
Serious. Would you say our health institutions are ready to cope with these challenges?
Yes, definitely. The coping involves everybody. Health is a social sector of which you and I should also contribute. When we talk of health, we should not leave government alone. All hands must be on deck, because government alone cannot provide the necessary facility to take care of health. Like for example, today now, IRECA with other NGO and carry out a screening exercise, informing people, screening them, because when you talk of cancer, early detection is the key. And when you talk of health facilities, well, thank God for the government of Edo State, who will be revitalizing almost every PAC in Edo State. Because when you tell somebody, say, go for checkup, and that person is living far away from the nearest health facilities, it's better just go to elsewhere. But when the health facilities is closer to the person, it means the person will likely just go there, because to get information for screening is one, but to go is two, and to have available health facilities is another different ball game. So I think providing health facilities is not supposed to be only government duty.
Yeah.
So community can provide.
Okay, now
Corporate body can provide.
when you talk about primary healthcare centers, one begin to wonder, and again you look at something as devastating as cancer. We look at it as a really big, terrible ailment that only tertiary institutions can handle. Can people, go to primary healthcare centers to seek advice, on cancer?
Definitely, the very point of call you're supposed to go when you are sick is primary healthcare center. It doesn't mean that because it's primary healthcare center, the people working there are not qualified. The same doctor, community health practitioner, nurses and midwives that are working in tertiary institution, the same people, the same place they were trained. So they also have the quality to assess. And even when they cannot manage at their own level, they know the best place to refer the client to. So it's another thing to say, go to hospital, where am I going? So as we speak, they have been trained on how to do minor screening.
Okay.
And we said earlier on that early detection is the key. So when they screen, they now refer to appropriate place.
Okay, if I may comment, this as deadly as this disease is, and it's almost affecting us part of the body, like my dad actually said just now,
Over 100 years, yes.
Cancer of the tongue, cancer of belly, cancer of prostate, and so on and so forth. Why should we wait till once a year before we can create awareness of it? I think even though we are saying we should leave healthcare to government alone, but government holds the public a duty to give full awareness, almost if not daily, on constant basis, so that people will be aware. It's one thing to be aware that you have this sickness. It's another thing for you to go and check up. But if you are not aware, that's where it costs more for the cure than to prevent. So I think more should be done about awareness so that we can have prevention of having it at all to develop before we become to think about the cure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Actually, there are a lot of NGO that are involved in sensitizing people about cancer. This is number one. This is ABS now. And we have other stations, media houses. And if you listen to some of them, all is talking about go for regular medical checkup. It's not only maybe because a World Cancer Day, which is February 4th every year. No. Every day, every Sunday now, Ireka is on air on issue of cancer. 52 times in a year. So if other could emulate that, I think it would go a long way in informing people.
Yes, that's why I said at the beginning that Erika has been, they've always been with us, on these issues. When it's HIV, AIDS day.
Erika was able to demystify HIV in Edo State.
That's right.
And
that's
Nigeria,
right.
Everybody benefited from it, even across.
Yes.
So what we are saying today now, you can't just wake up and say I have cancer. That is where we always talk about PHC, primary healthcare center. Every ward has a healthcare center.
Okay.
Every ward, even some ward, some community have 2 or 3 health center. What we are talking about is that early detection. Like according to one pediatrician from UB specialist says, it's a wife, it's a mother. He said breast cancer is a good husband, a loving husband that will notice that my wife, this breast wasn't like this the other day. Then when you just said this breast, you say, okay, you can't just rush to the hospital. No, you go to the nearby PAC. Say, sometimes I go around PACs as I am now.
Yes.
I go around PAC to see, like the other day I went to some PAC.
Would you like to share your experience with us? What you find out at our
some
PACs.
of them,
are they ready to provide counsel to members of the public on issues of cancer?
Yes. It depends. When you go there, I can't just go there and say I have cancer, or I just say my breast. There's a way. They will say, I told that person, I think it was Iriri PAC.
Okay.
I said there's something wrong with my breast. Please, where is the matron of this health center? It's the nurse there says, madam, the matron is not around now, but I'm here. can I have a checkup with you? I say yes. I say okay, I will come tomorrow.
Wow.
He said yes. I said okay, supposing you find out anything, he said I will now refer you. And if PAC they refer, according to, they will follow up.
Wow.
When they refer you to specialists, or if the nurse you meet on ground, because some are comprehensive anyway, some are more active, some of the PAC.
Some of the
some of
PACs
them
are more active than others.
like if you go to the one in what is that place we did something, is that place just like hospital?
Okay.
People move. While we were there, a man came. He said, "Man, where is the metro? I want to bring my wife. My son is sick now." The woman said, "Where is the baby now?" It's okay, let me go on. Whereas some, you may not meet anybody there. I know why the challenges sometimes.
Yes.
So we even upset because of one thing or the other. But PAC, you don't have to. And according to doctors, before they will diagnose that it's a cancer,
Yes.
it has lasted almost 5 years. So why not go as early?
And your chances are brighter when it is detected early. No.
I
Imagine
always tell
having
people-
cancer in the body for 5 years.
Yes, I always tell
By the
people.
time they come to the hospitals, it's already malignant, it's almost terminal.
I always tell people, although cancer is deadly, but it's preventable. You can easily prevent. Once you early detection is the key. Don't say, because sometimes when I go to the market, I tell people, I say, no, he said, no, God forbid. At times, religious people, they follow me, they say, don't tie your health challenges
To God forbid.
to your faith, to your religion.
Yeah.
So, like what we are doing now, health care. Even we are planning to even call attention that we build more health care so that people should access health care.
Alhaji, what
If
I
I
really
may-
want you to okay, but
if I-
ask a
if I may
question.
ask.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, a lot of persons, some of them are aware of this primary health care center.
Yes.
Like you rightly said, some of these health centers are less busier than others.
Yes.
Some of them you go there, you will even find a soul.
These are one of the challenges.
The first thing is, the manpower, is it enough for this health care center? That's number one. Number two is the fact that are there no financial implications? Because these are some of the things that drive people away from going to check up. When you say check up, when you have not have enough to even
But
eat.
for any reasonable,
for these-
for any reasonable person,
I
you
think-
expect that the PHCs are much more cheaper than.
No,
what
I
you
know
expect.
that for some illness,
Yes.
the government have subsidized. I will say, okay, just go there, go and check up. We are not even charging anything for it, just for you to be healthy. So I'm sure the public will benefit if this issue we are discussing now belongs to one of such area, or if there are charges, how much or more do people have to get before you can go for such checkup?
When you talk about charges, it's not really the challenge, because any primary healthcare center have what you call village development committee or village health committee. That health committee comprises of both the Enogi or the Yongwere, representative of the women who form that committee and who decide how much a woman normal delivery will pay in the health center.
Okay.
That one is already on ground. So then the challenge we might have is that yes, there might be short of manpower, of which I believe government is doing something about as we speak. Recently,
Yes.
it's going
The
on
community too should be able to do something
now. The
about
same
it. They
thing,
can augment.
that is why I said
course,
that is
of
what you
course.
are
They should,
mentioned earlier.
because that's the whole essence of having the committee in the first place.
Yes.
Ensure that the primary healthcare center
It's functioning.
is functioning.
All through
If
the
they
year.
have challenges, you find
Yes.
ways of solving it.
Nothing
Because
stop-
sometimes in every community,
like in the education zone, I
Yes.
remember there was a time where you have all these school committee,
Committee,
sort of,
yes.
and they were employing part-time
Community teachers.
community teachers to
exactly.
augment those
Yes.
of the school.
So
activities.
more
Can
so
also be
for
done
health, yes.
in the health center too.
Not-
There are a lot of
Yes.
nurses and the
Yes.
medical workers who are staying idle around the
Yes.
community, which can be employed at
Yes.
least to assist
If you
and
take,
boost up the
yes,
the,
if you
the
take the
centers.
data now, hardly you find out any villages or community who don't have already trained community health practitioner, a nurse or a midwife
That's right.
from that village.
Yes.
Why the community not engage them? So okay, you stay here and serve us here.
the challenge now is for the community themselves to be aware of their responsibilities.
That is
So
why I
we'll see a lot of
said it earlier on that it
communities
should not be government
alone. Yes.
The government cannot provide everything.
That's it.
Because remember that when you talk of a PHC, you expected that to have a large number of people working there qualified because why they run shift.
Yes.
Assuming the 2 women that
It
are
is the
there
closest
qualified,
healthcare center to the
they
people.
now put to bed.
Yes.
What happened for the next
I
day?
think some of this issue we are discussing now, I think it will create awareness on the community, on the various
Yeah,
communities.
the
Some of them
community-
don't think they are aware.
they are not
The
aware.
essence of
They-
being
Yeah.
there
Yes.
is to assist by making their
Providing.
personal contribution.
It's not a
That's
political
the journey.
appointment of
Exactly,
getting, it's for
exactly.
you
It's
to
for you be
contribute
able
to your community.
Have a good, healthy
Yes.
health situation
Yeah,
within your community.
exactly.
It's not a political
Because
appointment.
it's not.
That you now
The
begin to parade
community-
yourself.
Self-
I'm a member of
yes.
health committee. No, that shouldn't be.
So from the health committee, they should be able to identify already trained manpower.
That's right.
If
That
it's
they can
even though
engage.
and engage them,
Yeah.
even though it's not there, you pick one from the community, send
Train.
the person to school, train. When the person come back, come and serve the community.
Especially
The issue of
those
saying, I
in
don't
our
want to
rural
work here, I
communities.
don't want to work here, will not be there.
Yes, that's right.
But there already an
That's right.
agreement
Because there are some of them who are even qualified, who are within the community.
Yes, you
Yeah,
employ them.
nothing.
already
That's
there. So
I know.
you think the committee should identify those people and engage them
And
to
that
supplement that of government
Yeah.
effort.
Okay.
And not only that, individual, you can help.
Yes.
Maybe you have the money.
You have the
Yeah.
money.
I told you
There can
sometime
be an
ago.
endowment to our community
You remember I told
health
you
center.
sometime ago,
Yes.
I was doing outreach across the road outside Benin here. While people were coming, hold my drink for me, let me go there. They were between my outreach and where they were. So the guy that owns the place they were drinking, I now sent for him. I said, how are you? He said, where do you stay? He said, I'm outside. I just this my townhouse. I said, what are you doing there? He said, people I entertain. I said, this is not the way you entertain them. I said, you would have donated this house to your local government chairman and make that place as a health center. You are only breeding drunkard here, drunks. So if you can help, make it a health center and even equip it and hand it over to the state government. I say it will go a long way. It is not only when we start
You know, Alhaji, this is a challenge really, you know, for us to be community minded. Go and find out what's happening in your primary healthcare center. Don't come and tell government is not doing anything. Government is not doing because if you are in the same position tomorrow, you
You will go. You cannot do
anything.
more than what government.
So
is
how
doing.
is the primary healthcare center in your location? How is it performing?
Yes.
We would like to have that information.
And what are your contributions?
What are your
What
contributions?
What are you trying?
What are you doing about it?
what
So
we are
ensure
really
that our
telling
business
people
functions.
about community health center, PAC, primary health care center, is 3 tiers of government: state, federal, local.
Local government.
That local government, that is where we start from. That is the PAC. It is when you go to the PAC, if they will diagnose it with their help, they refer you. You, like I said before, you don't just wake up and say, I have cancer.
I think we also have this problem of
There's something we are
a
trying.
lot of persons trying to just minimum. A lot of persons don't still believe in this primary
Healthcare, yes.
They believe in this their local patronage
local
Okay.
than the health center. We need to do more to let them know that if it doesn't stop you if you believe in the local herbs and others, but once in a while you can also go in and just do a checkup. Well, maybe that will enable you now know exactly what to treat with your local
Yes.
doctor.
That's
or her. So we should not just abandon it.
Or
Because
start feeding.
In some places,
centers
it is
are
completely abandoned.
They become bushy
It's
because
for
of
lizards
lack
and
of
goats.
patronage. So we should also educate our community, those committee, to educate their community to ensure that thing is not just there for decoration. It's not a political gift.
No.
It's for the use of the community,
Yeah.
and we should use it as it's supposed to be used.
That's right.
That's
That's a
some-
very important message.
Some PAC now, like what we are saying now,
Yes.
we don't have to start rushing. Like the other day, I went to the hospital, specialist hospital, at about 2:10. The doctor said, I still have about 80 patients to talk to treat.
At 2:10.
2:10. I said, but why? Because they don't like to go to. That is where you start from. If you want to handle every issue, not only cancer they diagnose there.
Maybe specialists officers should be referring people to their
Primary health care center, yeah.
You come and say
Where are you coming
your
from?
case is small and just go
And
there.
that
Go
is
and
why. So we
maybe instead of referring to them, they should now be referring them back
that is
to
it.
the healthcare center at least.
Even in developed country, there are times when you are sick or you can close from work and you say you want to see your GP. It's not far there. Instead of rushing to, especially, we must start from somewhere.
Yes.
It's 3 years. That is the local PAC.
Yeah, I think we need to
So
understand
that we
that the world specialist hospital
It is.
It's
where
a
your
secondary,
where your case have
yeah.
developed to a level
Level
that
that
you
cannot
go
be
there.
need to
It's
be
not
referred.
done when you have
Headache,
headache, you rush to
malaria.
specialist hospital. So you should first of all go to your PAC to complain about headache. Maybe the headache will not be diagnosed to be something else. Then you cannot be referred to
What about child
specialist
cancer?
hospital.
Okay.
We are talking about cancer now. What about children?
Children.
They still come with
Yes.
cancer. You can, like, you discover your child is sick or one thing or the other. They say this child did not go to school. When you come home, you are a market woman. You close very early. Maybe you close at about 2:00, or you are, take that child to the nearest PAC.
center.
It is even when the child. Sometimes we are by me looking at a child, I say this child has a high challenge. It's not seeing well. The mother will be hitting the child. Say, you know they do something well. I said, but do you have you? So we should start somewhere as regards.
All right, let me thank you.
So because as we are marking World
Cancer
Day.
Day.
All right, we know you have something today for prostate cancer.
Cancer?
Prostate cancer is one of the many common types of cancer. It is the leading cause of death among
Men.
especially black men.
Yes.
Men of African descent are twice as likely to die from this disease
Yes.
as white men. A 2019 study published in a journal, Springer League, found that the knowledge of prostate cancer and its screening was very poor among men in Nigeria. Men 40 years and above should at least go for yearly checkup, and this is where you come in.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what do you have for our people today, especially
Yes.
our men who would never want to go for any checkup, especially for something as private as
Yes, that is-
prostate
to,
checkup?
to mark this year World Cancer Day, ERECA is collaborating with other NGO today.
Okay.
In fact, our base in Ego, all road is to Ego markets today,
Okay.
whereby an arrangement have been made. Specialists are usually there. They are prepared. Free screening.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you talk of screening, people will say, I have not
I'm
gotten
not
money
sure
for you. You
about
are
the
just telling,
food.
am I
I want
sick?
to do.
So it is totally free
Thank you.
for the exercise today.
All right.
And subsequently, we are going to continue at Ogida Police Barrack Health Center,
Okay.
Government Health Center. There.
You also said that it is possible to avoid cancer. Is there maybe a sensitization, a discussion, so that people can know what to do, lifestyle modifications and changes and all of that, so that they don't come down with cancer?
Yes, they have a lot. If you look at cancer, it don't really have a direct cause. It's some of those our lifestyles. First of all, you must disengage yourself from drinking alcohol. Alcohol is number one. Then obesity. Then we also talk about chemical. You have exposed yourself to chemical. Then you need to go for
Air
checkup.
pollution.
Air pollution.
Water
Which is,
pollution.
Which is rampant these days,
Yeah.
especially industrial. They just
Yeah.
do their business. They don't care
Type of food
how
we
they dispose
eat.
wastewater.
Gone are those days. Our father with those raw vegetable from the farm. They just cook it. But now, canned food to me is one of, because you don't know where those things are coming from.
Yes.
I don't know the
You
year
don't
they
know
have stayed in the store.
the year they stayed and the chemical which they are made.
So those things will accumulate in the body and continue to generate cancer.
All right,
So
we're out of
we should
time.
also watch out for the type of food we eat.
Eat. All right, thank you so very much. All roads you said leads to
Ego market.
Ego Market.
Yes.
And not only that,
For prostate cancer screening and
Prostate.
the cervical
cancer.
Oh,
Even breast
prostate.
breast
cancer.
cancer,
Prostrate
prostate,
Cancer.
breast.
and cervical
Cancer,
cancer.
yes.
Okay,
Today.
cervical, I know
Today.
that's for women,
part of activity.
breast for women, prostrate for men. So
Yes.
it's for both men
And women.
By
All right.
9 o'clock,
By 9
we are
o'clock.
taking off
Yes.
All right.
at Ego Market.
Okay, we need to let you go so you can. So well, thank you so very much, Madam Roslyn Odase,
Thank you.
for coming, and our able lecturer, Mr.
Morogwe.
Omorogbe. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
for
you,
this awareness. We are really very grateful for your time. And Alhaji, thank you too for your insights.
My pleasure.
And insights. You have done our work today. We will buy your employment in the media. All right, so I will take a short break. We have an eye doctor. She'll be telling you how to keep your eyes safe. Do stay with us.
When you smile, goose pimple for your cheek. Kill dimples, your attitude.